Hey, what's going on? In this video, I'm talking to you about objectives in 2024, what you need to know and what you want to select depending on what type of campaigns you're going to set up and what your goals are going to be. Things have changed quite a bit even as we progress throughout the year. So there's some quite a bit of changes that can start having some confusion happening. So stay tuned. Don't forget to also like and subscribe to the video for more content like this. So let's pop over into the ads manager. Let's go over campaign objectives. So these are what you're going to see right now. So the objectives you're going to have is awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotions, and sales. I'm not going to cover app promotions. That's a lot of coaches really have apps to promote. So I'm going to focus more on the other ones here. So awareness. Now this is, as it sounds, you want to give awareness. And this is great for just having reach, brand awareness, and video views. I recommend using this for a video views campaign. So it's one of very effective strategy. Every time you're leading into a launch, it's a great strategy sometimes to have where you're doing video views. And what these can look like is taking video views. So you'll see you have your ideal client, right? And you have an offer. So ideal client walks in. They need to be at a certain level or a certain place in order to really be a perfect fit for your offer. And sometimes this could be more of mindset and thought rather than, hey, I need you to actually be this exact level. It could be, hey, if you're a coach or if you're someone who is struggling with productivity or performance or just self-development. You don't necessarily need to be at a certain level, but you need to be at a certain mindset in order to know what coaching is and how it supports you. And this is where typically you can create about 2 to 3 videos. And what you're doing is you're trying to help to build a like and know factor. You want people to get to know you by having some tangible tips, things that they can take away. Just get to like you by giving them things that they can start applying right away, whether it's a tool or something like that. And this is where this area comes in of having awareness. And you can do a few videos. There's really supercharge your account, helps you to really pinpoint which audiences are resonating with your message, because then you could then move along into the lead objective. Now, before I get into that, let's talk about traffic objective. Traffic objective is something that's great for link clicks, landing page views, things like that. If you're looking to grow your Instagram, there's a really cool strategy for Instagram profile visits. And this is where you put together just a really cool reel or videos, giving some tips and tools, and urge them just to follow your page, right? To follow your page, and you run it direct with your Instagram profile. And this can help you to get to the 10,000 or so really quickly without trying to do everything organically. So it's a really cool strategy. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of effective use for traffic. Traffic right now has been one of those things where you get a lot of low quality clicks and views when you're doing it for link clicks and landing page views. So I don't recommend going into traffic at the moment. Now, you may have some instances where you're unable to actually run an actual conversion objective or video views objective, and you have to use traffic. So for example, if there is nothing to convert, if you're sent to a blog post, you want to build awareness, you want people to get to the blog post, well, there's no conversion event happening, so there's no need to run a lead objective or something like that. You can run it there. If you're doing a podcast, for example, you may need to do a link click campaign, but there's not a great use for that. We find recently is just one of those things where the return on advertising is not really there for traffic objectives, and as a coach you have better options when using different types of. Next one is engagement, and this is all something where it can be used a lot of times when you boost a post. This is the primary objective they're using when you boost a post. Is you're getting more messages, you're getting people more engaging with you. This is a great strategy for those who are in e-commerce. If you have an apparel store or a supplement store or a beauty care or something like that, you can do engagement and lead everyone to purchase through messaging to contact you or so. It's a great opportunity for there. You can also do video views as an engagement campaign. The thing is, awareness is a little bit cheaper than engagement, and ultimately you get the same results. Now, page likes or event responses, that's not necessarily a great way to do that. Page likes can be beneficial if you need to have a certain amount of page likes. So if you're an author and the publishing house requires you to be at 25,000 page likes, for example, then this is a great way to get there without needing to do it in any kind of way. Or if you're hosting an event on Facebook, if you're a spiritual coach, for example, and you're doing a lot of new moon rituals or sound baths or things like that, you can definitely fill your events up using this objective. However, if you're looking for sales, it's not exactly the best objective for that. Again, the objective here is engagement. So if your goal is engagement, you want to do that. Anytime you're like, hey, I want to get leads or I want to get sales, automatically in your mind, you should be like, okay, awareness, traffic, engagement is not what I'm looking for, right? This has nothing to do with leads or sales at all. While there are certain things here that can make it sound like that, like, oh, you can get them on Messenger, I can get sales through Messenger, and there are those things do that. You're actually better off using the sales campaign to run a Messenger ad for sales, right? Running a lead ad for sales through Messenger, because now what Facebook does is that they actually have these buckets of people. They know the people who are going to be engaging with awareness. They know those who are going to be link clicking. They know those who are very quick to give you a like, give you a comment, give you some sort of instant gratification praise. They know who's likely to follow a profile, things like that. They also know who's likely to give you name and email address, more information if they need it. They also know who's most likely to sell, to purchase. Sorry, not sell, to purchase. So this is where you want to choose these objectives, and this is primarily where you see you're gonna hang out as a coach. Is you're gonna be hanging out in lead. So there's two ways to do lead. Well, not two ways, more than two ways, but the two primary ways is to do it collecting the leads to a Facebook form, and the second way is collecting the leads to your own website. Facebook forms will give you often cheaper leads. Typically, you will find that the conversion rates are lower, but with the offset of the cost of just a cheaper lead, it doesn't matter that the conversion is lower. Now you have a lot more leads to work that will convert in the future, right? You're always going to have 2 or 3% of the audience who's ready, willing, and able to convert at any given time. So this, the lead quality, you can see the true benefit of the quality over time, especially after 6 or 12 months down the road when you've gone through a few promotional cycles. So this is where you're going to spend most of your time, leads, and I recommend testing Facebook forms with website leads. One of the great benefits of website leads is that you can actually build out self-liquidating funnels. Self-liquidating funnels are funnels that typically pay for themselves. They liquidate themselves. So essentially, you're getting lead generation. You're probably earning a small profit, and you can continuously run your ads without waiting for a big promotional cycle. And one of the common challenges as a coach is that if you're launching just, let's say, 3-4 times a year, and you're trying to run lead generation ads, well, you're not seeing any sort of revenue coming in until you launch. You can run, if you're launching, let's say in April, you're running ads in January, February, March, completely with no revenue coming in from these leads. So you got to think about, okay, well, maybe I could do a self-liquidating offer. And this is simply can be done where as a freebie, send name, email address on a thank you page, you give them a small offer. Hey, purchase this ebook, this guide, this mini course for $17, and here's a little bit of a bump too as well. Get these templates along with it for $27, and you'll see that you're probably going to generate about a 0.5 to a 1.5, maybe a 2x return on ad spend. So now that covers your cost. And you can scale that up. Now you can generate more leads for a lot less cost. If you're spending $2,000 in ads and you're getting $1,000 back, well, essentially, if you really think about it, you could actually scale it up to even more. You could put $3,000, get $1,500 back. So your ads budget really is $1,500 coming out instead of just $3,000 every single month with nothing coming back. You're getting half of that back. If you're at a 1x, a complete break even, you can scale that up to as high as you can. As high as you could, the conversions will allow. There's a certain point where you're not really converting anymore, and your conversion is your return on ad spend is not 1, it's gonna go down. Or if you're doing a 2x, man, scale that sucker as high as you possibly can, slowly but surely. And I'll have other videos where I talk about scaling strategies. So that's the lead objective. Now sales, this is also a great way. Now we use both of these, right? If I run a freebie and I have a self-liquidating offer built out on the back end, so a self-liquidating offer, you get a freebie. Hey, here's my free ebook. On the thank you page, I have a mini course. And it's $17 for the mini course, a little bit of an order bump for $27 to also get a template pack with it, and maybe there's something else on the back end or something like that. Altogether, the average order value is, let's say, $97. So now what I would do is, although it's a freebie, you're getting, I'm technically running a lead objective. I actually set that up as sales, because now again, remember, Facebook has the pockets. They know the people that are most likely just to engage, most likely to follow, most likely to link click, most likely to purchase. So if you run the objective as sales, you're still flagging and firing off sales events in the back end because you're getting purchases. So as long as you have enough sales coming in, you can, or a budget, $50-$60 a day, you can see the benefits of running it as a sales objective. Now you can even do this as low as $5 a day. I have accounts where you do campaigns at $5 a day for a lead objective, a sales objective, and we see the purchases and the results come in, and it still works pretty good, because now our cost per lead may go up, but we're getting purchases, which is more valuable. A buyer lead is way more valuable than a free lead any time of the day. So those are it there. I wanted to kind of cover the objectives that you're going to see. Often when you're going to set these up, Facebook has changed quite a bit. So like, for example, if you do leads, you'll see that it also has a streamlined recommended version of how to do this. Now this is complete Advantage Plus, Advantage Placements. This is open targeting. You're saying, hey, put my ads anywhere, show it to anybody who you think is best to convert. Now this is fine, because a lot of times as coaches we can limit ourselves and saying, hey, my audience is 35 to 45. Well, who's 34 may also purchase. The con with this is sometimes with Advantage Plus you say, I only want to work with women. And there's a lot of coaches that are like, my audience is women. I have a female empowerment program, so it's only women. Advantage Plus don't care. They will show it to men, and they will show it to those who are 18 all the way to 65. So that's where I do recommend going the manual route and making sure you set things up the correct way, so that way you're not wasting your budget and time. Okay, so that's a separate video for another time. Hope this has been helpful to you. If it has, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and if you need support with your ads, you want to work with a strategic team to help you to launch, to help you to develop and scale your evergreen product, let's schedule a time for us to chat to see if it's a good fit to work together. Just go to arfanhusain.com/start, and what we'll do is we'll schedule a free 30-minute call. Go over your goals, what you're looking to do, what you already have in place, or what you need to have in place, and we'll see if it's like what it will take for us to work together, where that's just a one-off situation where we meet up maybe an hour or so every month to just go discuss strategy, or it's more hands-on where my team and I are actually building out your campaigns, helping you to execute this, and managing a pretty hefty budget, right? 5-figure budget or 6-figure budget a month, whatever the case may be. So go ahead and schedule that free call. Let's chat. Let's see if we can work together. Again, my name is Arfan. We're growing the scale. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will catch you on the next video.